Hello everybody, this is Blackout, and welcome to Blackout's Box. So, I'm going to talk about something that I cannot believe any reviewers have spoken about, and this is this gigantic problem with the entire S10 line. First I want to say thank you to Stacy who gifted me an S10 Plus, and I was just in heaven thinking this is going to be the most amazing phone ever, except it's got a huge gigantic flaw. The front-facing camera is stuck in some zoomed mode, so you cannot do any social media. You can't do Snapchat, you can't do Instagram, you can't do Facebook Live, YouTube, you name it, Periscope, Twitter, anything where you would go live and put your hold it in your hand and just take a selfie, or put it in a phone tripod. You can't do it because it literally just zooms in on your head. It crops the sensor, and there is no way to fix it. There's nothing. I've looked up everything. So here I'm just going to show you a couple people complaining. I thought I was just nuts and it was just me, and I went on YouTube, so check this out.
When I got this home, I was actually, I'm gonna say it again, I was over the moon excited. I charged it for a bit, and then I was ready to install the apps that I use. And at some point I installed Snapchat, logged in, I got a Snapchat that I wanted to answer, and the front camera came out and it was in your face. It was so zoomed in, it was crazy. I'm just gonna show you. I made a clip on my Instagram showing all of you how close up it is. It's when
So look at that. That is the front-facing camera on the S10, the flagship phone. Look at it. She doesn't even, her head's cut off. It's just when you do a front-facing camera, it should be wide angle. The whole thing of the Galaxy, which started, it was like the Galaxy 5 when Ellen took that picture on the Oscars, and it was a wide selfie, and she got all those people in there. That's the thing that people like, especially if you're a social media person. And look at this. This is horrible. And you can't fix it. It doesn't matter on any app that you're using. You cannot fix it. There's no fix. As a matter of fact, I've researched this, and if you go onto the Samsung forums, it says solved, but it's not solved. It says how to fix it. That doesn't work. And there's hundreds of people complaining on the Samsung forums, and most people didn't even bother to register about this problem. Why no major reviewers have spoken about this? Obviously they haven't really tested out the phone, because one of the major things of using the phone is, so it's, you know, too zoomed in. Galaxy S10 too zoomed in. So this is for the S10, the S10e, the S10 Plus, which I'm filming on now. And so I have an S6, and it doesn't do this on the S6. Apparently it does this on the S8 and up, and it's never been fixed. So you're going to pay $1,000 for a phone, and you're not able to do social media. No Instagram, no Snapchat, no. It's just too close. You can't even do the face filter. Look how close it is. She then shows her normal.
Comfortably like this, like you would normally do. It's this close zoomed in. And if we compare it to my other phone, my Samsung S10 that I've had now for 3 years, it looks like this. And
okay, so that's kind of normal. She's holding that with her hand. Look at that difference. She's holding that with her hand. Normally you'd have another phone tripod or something, but look at that difference. Look at that. That's, you know, that's the Galaxy S7, I think she said. And then look at this. It's up your nose. It's up your nose, and she's got makeup on and everything. God forbid you just get out of the shower, or you're a little sweaty. This thing is just zoomed in. Now apparently, when you go into the regular photo app, you get two options, and you can set it to wide or zoom, but it starts on the zoom. And so you have to actually push a button, but that's only in the Samsung photo app. It's only in the photo app. So when you go into any third-party app, again, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, basically everything that everyone does on a phone, Periscope, Twitter, anything you do where you want to show yourself and talk, or talk and walk, and you're not just using the phone app. The phone app, you can fix it. The phone photograph app itself, that's it. But you can't use any third-party app. You want to go live on Instagram? Guess what? People are going to be looking at your nose hairs. Again, look at that.
Zoomed in.
And then look
if
at...
we compare it to my other phone, my Samsung S10 that I've had now for 3 years, it looks like this. And of course the front camera quality on my old phone is a lot worse.
So it doesn't matter how good the quality is if the phone's going to zoom up your nose. And there's a lot of people complaining this. Return, 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 return. But none of the major reviewers. Why? Maybe because they got a free phone. I don't know. Type in S10. Let's see. S10. Zoom problem. Here, this person talks about the same thing. It's the same
Hey
problem.
YouTube, this is going to be a quick one. This is not a review. I was just trying to figure something out and I thought I'd ask people, maybe someone knows. But I picked up the Galaxy S10 yesterday, so not the S10 Plus or E, just the S10. Yesterday was March 8th. I had pre-ordered it, and the day it came out, I went and picked one up. I'm in Toronto, Canada, and I went.
By the way, this is I'm filming this on just about July 4th. It's almost midnight, so it's been 3 months, and this issue has not been fixed.
Went to the store, picked it up. It was a long wait, not worth it. Next time I'm doing it online, a long story, but. There's this issue with the front-facing camera that I'm finding. Somehow it seems to be cropped or zoomed in if I use it with any app other than the native camera app. So Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, Google Duo, whatever app that I use it with.
He's really capturing right there. Imagine if you turn on your phone, you have a bunch of friends, you put your phone on a tripod, you put it in selfie mode, and it's just zoomed in by like 80 to 100%.
Just, just cropped in, zoomed in. So I don't know what's going on.
And that's what you want. You want a normal wide frame.
And I'm comparing it to my old Galaxy S7. I also compared it.
Again, he has an S7. I have an S6. It does not do this. You can run all the apps. It does not do this. So apparently whatever they included with this cropped in mode that Samsung included, it is destroyed because on all the third-party apps, it just automatically goes to this, and no one has fixed this.
A Galaxy S8, no camera is doing what this phone is doing, and I'm not sure if this is an issue with this camera or an issue with the apps not being optimized yet. I have no idea, but maybe someone knows. But here, I'll switch the view and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's my S7 next to my S10, and I'm not too worried about this issue for taking pictures or videos and then sharing them on any app, because then I could still use the native app and share the video or photo later. But when I'm doing video chat on WhatsApp or on Duo, people can see up my nose, man. Nobody needs to see that. So you'll see here the S7 is a lot wider than the S10, which is fine, even when I toggle this little crop here on the S10 camera, because it's only...
Now you see that little button he just hit is the problem, because apparently it defaults to the close-up crop, and even when you hit the wide, it's not as wide as their older generation of phones. Why would you want this close-up selfie camera? Why would you want that? You can zoom, pinch, you could choose. Why would you want that? I don't understand why they did this. They ruined a flagship phone, and no one is talking about this except these few people, and people are buying this camera, and it's like, you're going to do social media and you're going to be pissed.
One camera, so there is no wide angle in the front. It's a software crop, I believe. It's not making that much of a difference. Now, if I go to video, you'll see on the S10 a little closer, but I'm still okay with that. And with the S7, when you start shooting video, you do get some crop, so that's comparable. I'm okay with that. But here's where it gets interesting. Let's go to Instagram, for example. So here we're on Instagram, and when I switch to the front-facing camera,
look at that.
I find this is too close. It's closer than...
Look at that. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And his isn't that bad. Mine seems to be worse.
Native app. So I'll go back to the native app and see what happens. So this is the native app on video. So you could see the track light behind me, for example. And here's the Instagram one. quite a bit closer.
It's like a 100% crop. It's like a twice. It's like you zoomed in, way zoom in. And that's not what you want on a self-facing camera. You want the wide, almost like you have in the back.
And I don't know why. And the same thing with video calls and so on. And my hand now is pretty far from my face, but when I'm holding my phone at a regular distance, too close. The other thing that I noticed here, so
yeah, like you can hold your phone 2 feet away, and it's still gonna cut off your head or whatever and if you're just holding it how you would normally do a selfie, how everyone takes a selfie picture, forget it. Or if you're doing live video, so anyone who's a live streamer, an influencer, a YouTuber, a Periscope, or any one of these live apps, you can't use any of the S10 phones, the S10, the S10e, the S10 Plus, and the 5G one. They all have this problem.
In the native app, you could toggle the ratio here, the aspect ratio, so it's 9:16. If I go 1:1, gets further, the picture gets smaller. So when we go to full, it's almost as zoomed in, but Instagram is still there. And if we check, let's say, duo, again, like this is too much. The same thing happens on Twitter. So here, if I open the camera, back-facing camera, front-facing camera, and it's again zoomed in. This again looks normal because my arm is extended, but if I get closer, like it's just too close.
So this is on every app. This is on every app. You cannot use it. And there is no fix that I've seen, and no one is talking about this. So I'm going to try and return this. I don't know what camera to get. What phone to get? Maybe the S7? Can you still get a new S7 at Best Buy or something? I don't know. But this is apparently an issue on every S10 device. You can't do social media from the front-facing camera. It's zoomed up your nose. No one's talking about this except the people who are really doing social media. So all those reviewers and people who are just praising the phone up and down, it's a great phone as long as you're not doing social media with it. You know, they're filming on a camera like that. They're filming on a DSLR or whatever. But if you're using your phone for any sort of live stuff, forget it. The S10, all the line does not currently work. So thank you to all these people who I used in this clip. And I'm returning this because there's no fix. If you have a fix, post it in the comments below. Bye-bye.